There you have it! A pleasant Friday morning to my fellow CEOs and welcome to CEO Insights Asia Executive Series, The Principles of Scaling. Good morning, everyone! Yes, that's right. I am back. My name is Love Ravina, the Talent Engagement and Development Program Head of Ripple Kids Educational Services Incorporated. And if you are here with us live in Zoom and even watching via Facebook Live, okay, please leave a comment. POS in our Zoom chat box or even in our Facebook Live comment section. POS, there you have it. Great, great. Thank you so much. Once again, good morning, everyone. And of course, it is always with great honor to be your host for the entire month of October, once again, here in Principles of Scaling. Thank you for your interaction. Good morning. Now, why do we do this Principles of Scaling? I believe to most of us here, CEOs joining POS, you know why we do POS every day consistently, walang palya. Okay? And that's because we want to install the DNA principles that scale organizations. Basically, we help build institutions for legacy beyond simply making money. All right? And our main goal in our POS is for everyone, literally everyone watching this session right now to have at least one key takeaway that you can immediately apply in your organization. So please ready your notes. Okay, just like me, my notes are always ready pag POS talaga. So I hope that you also do that. Anyway, let's now head on to the main focus of our month. This is actually week one, right? Of October. And what is our main focus? That is being missional. Okay? So please leave a comment, missional, in our comment section. Being missional, what does this mean? It means we build institutions for legacy beyond simply making money. And how do we do that? We, number one, operate in excellence. Number two, progress and experience. And number three, think in generations. That is being missional. And I know, just like me, you're also ecstatic for our topics for the entire month of October. So let me now present to everyone what you can expect for the month of October. We actually have three topics for 3 weeks. Week one, that's leading with different hats, the architect, that's today. I'll introduce our faculty later on. Week two, leading with different hats, the operator. And week three, leading with different hats, the talent multiplier. That's 2 weeks from now. And you might be wondering, okay, Miss Love, bakit 3 weeks lang? Bakit walang week four? Do you know the answer? Why we don't have week four POS? Please leave a comment in our comment section if you know the answer. That's right. It's CEO Summit, so week four, and I'll share more information about it later on. So now, before we dive into the first topic, let me present first two important announcements for today. First announcement, of course, is about our circle meetings. So currently, we have 40 plus CEO executive circle members unlocked with more than 30 companies and brands. Do you see the logo? Feeling ko every POS, mas lumiliit ang mga logo. Mas dumadami ang ating mga companies and brands or partners here in CEO Insights Asia. And of course, we have our multiple circle meetings happening from or with our different circle multipliers for men, women, and even couples. So, if you want to become an executive member of CEO Insights Asia, please check the sign up link sent by our operator. And our membership fee is 15,000 annually with one executive pass for CEO Summit, which means if you will apply like within the month of October, makakahabol pa kayo sa CEO Summit. And that's already included in the membership fee. Anyway, the link is already sent, so please save that link and sign up. Be one of us, be an executive member of CEO Insights Asia. And this time, let me present the second announcement. And this is about, once again, our CEO Summit happening this month already. Yes, this October 28 to 29 at Novotel, Manila. Are you excited? If you are excited, please leave a comment, CEO Summit, in our comment section. And also allow me to present to you our official list of faculties. Nor than number one, our CIA founders. We have Sir Juan Paulo Hilario of Lay Bear Waxing Philippines, Sir BK Rivera of Sellers Hub Incorporated, Sir Fa, of course, of Hernando Executive Advisory, together with Steve C of Great Deals E-Commerce Corporation, Marvin Galang of One Tax. We also have Miss Catherine Castro of Beppo, Kim Lato of Kim Store, Miss Celine Yu of Chevrolet Philippines, and of course, Mr. Paco Magsaysay of Carmen's Best Ice Cream. Sino ba naman ang hindi ma-excite with these faculties? My goodness. So please join us. And of course, in addition to that, we also have a gala night on our first night. And this is so for everyone who will be joining to have the opportunity to build more connections. Please take note po, lahat ng sasali sa CEO Summit natin are CEOs from different industries, are also looking to build more connections. So let's take advantage of this very, very opportunity during the CEO Summit. And so, ladies and gentlemen, get your tux and gowns ready for our gala night. And of course, this is open to CIA members and non-members. And our executive passes are now available. So just please message Ms. Chris Nuevo. And details about the registration fee also is available on the CEO Insights Asia official Facebook page. Our operator will also be sending the link in the comment section. And we'd like to really invite everyone. So this time, let's take this opportunity to watch the invitation video by Sir Paulo Hilario, the Chief Executive Officer of Lay Bear Waxing Philippines. Roll VTR.
Happy morning. This is Paulo Hilario of Lay Bear. I welcome everyone to attend the CEO Summit, the first ever event held by CEO Insights Asia this coming October 28 and 29. It's going to be one hell of an event, and I expect everyone to be there. See you.
There you have it. Narinig niyo ba yung sinabi ni Sir Paulo? I expect everyone to be there. Nako, nako, nako. So see you everyone during the CEO Summit. I'm so excited to meet all of you. See you there. Now, let's head on to our faculty discussion. I know that you are very excited. So, let me introduce our faculty for today. You already know him, but still he deserves this introduction. He is one of the founders and the executive advisor of CEO Insights Asia. Sabi nga natin, he's one of the faces of CIA. And of course, 4 words to describe him: investor, advisor, husband, and a daddy. And the man who iconized the black suit and red tie, Mr. Florentino A. Hernando, Sir Fa! Hello, Sir Fa!
Alright, good morning! Grabe ang energy ni Love. Thank you so much for that. Hype na hype ako ngayon. I missed you all. Na-miss nyo ba ako? Sana naman na-miss nyo ako. Right, after a week break, thank you, Kat Castro, for that. Now I'm back with a new series. I'll be sharing 3 weeks Tapos, kita-kita tayo sa summit. Ayan, excited na ba lahat? Pag excited, pakitype naman dyan sa comment section. Excited na ako. Ayan, so today I'll be talking about leading with different hats. The architect. Kasi ang focus or our theme for this month is leadership. It's one of the topics I enjoy talking about, not because I'm an expert about it. I'll never be an expert pagdating sa leadership. Will always be student, kaya ang sarap i-share yung mga learnings natin. Ayan, hi Sir Pa, good morning, Miss Jill. Ayan, so shout out dyan sa mga nasa Facebook natin na nanonood at saka sa Zoom meeting. So, why do we exist, di ba? Ano ba ang purpose nitong CEO ecosystem natin? Our purpose is infusing ideas that build lasting companies. We want to be able to learn how to build our companies into something that we can transfer to our children, our children's children, and to the next generation. And ang focus natin for this this Friday is about being missional. So maganda. I'll explain more about that later, no? So, ready na ba kayo? If you are ready, alam niyo naman ang tradisyon natin, wala muna akong shoutout. Ay, may nagpapa-shoutout pala si Chris. Parang hindi kami magkasama lagi sa telepono kasama si Miss Mel. Sige, shoutout Chris, MN Starnet. Ayan. So with that, as our tradition, kindly greet everyone in Facebook Live and in Zoom. A good morning from your company. So good morning and then write your company. Ayan, from the Mercs. Good morning. Yan, si Direct Frank. Yan, from G-Up, si Sir Ruel at si Ma'am Melanie. Tama ba? Yan, nanonood sila. Si Jay nandito from N-Rocket Sam Enterprises. Good morning. Yan. Meron pa ba? Meron pang Mercado. Uy, si Felix nandito. Di ba? From Foligo, Gramworth nandito. Miss Mel. From Metari, RJ Felix. Good morning. From Arquesi, of course, si Love and si Ma'am Jill. From Ripple Kids. Okay. So, agendas na tayo. Yung mga hahabol, sige, shoutout na lang natin kayo as we go along. Agendas, ano ba mga gagawin natin this this next hour rather. Magkakaroon tayo ng conversation starter. Maganda ang topic natin ngayon. And then fresh, Diyos ko, fresh na fresh to. Sorry, fresh na fresh talaga to. Grabe itong mga pinagdadaanan natin. So if you're a CEO and you're in a situation that demands all of you, para sa'yo to. Kasi kasama namin kayo dito. We'll talk about fresh leadership lessons. We'll define what being missional is. We'll talk about why being missional matters. You know, it's not about just DNA. You hear about that. We did a workshop this week. What is this DNA all about? What is this feel good? But it's not. It's very practical. So hihimayin natin yan mamaya. And then we'll get practical how to do it. Yan. So, ready na, no? Ready na. Greetings na tayo. Ayan. Sige. So, conversation starter tayo. Tinawag ko. Straight from Antipolo. Nagsuklay pa yan. Miss Hernando of Gramworth. Ma'am, ito ang conversation starter para sa atin. Sige, floor's yours. What's the most powerful leadership insights did you recently gain?
Okay, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes, nagsuklay ako today. Tapos, for me, ito hindi to recent na narinig. Pero last year pa, kay Sir Pa. Pero ngayon siya nag-manifest or ngayon ko siya talaga nakita na in front of me, no? Happening. It says, go slow when you can, go fast when you must. Ayan. So as a business leader, it's very important. Lagi nating naririnig na timing in business is very important. But for me right now, I will say that pacing is also important. It is as important as timing, and they're different, no? When you can go slow, go ahead, but it doesn't mean slowly doesn't mean being tamad, or being reluctant, no? You go slow, meaning you lay the foundations, the systems and everything, and then when opportunity is there, and you have to pace the other people, Like, di ba, investors, hungry investors, business partners. Pag sinabi say, I want your product to be in my coffee shop, example, di ba?
Yun.
Sasabayan mo talaga siya. Hindi pwede kang pabagal-bagal. Don't be arrogant na, oh, gusto mo ko, intayin mo ko. Hindi ganon. Hindi tayo ganon. Dapat sabayan natin sila. When they ask for it today, ready na yung answer mo yesterday pa. Kasi you were able to build it when you can be slow. Diba? Slow is laying foundation, and going fast is really fast, that na to the point na hindi ka nila iintayin. And at the same time, it will also save you from being overwhelmed kasi systems are already there. So i-turn on mo na lang sila, di ba? To be.
Yes,
so yun ang recent na manifestation. It's more of manifestation of what Sister Fat told me last year pa nung nag-executive advisory kami.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Diba,
Thank you.
Last year ko sinabi, ahead of my time talaga. No? Anyway, thank you so much, Miss Mel. Sabi nga ni Frank, no? si Direct Frank, nasa executive education natin yan, dun sa insight niya, na hindi pa nagsasubmit yung iba. Ayan. Sabi niya, the secret is not really sales, but it's about the systems you build to sustain those sales. Yan, tindi, di ba? Ayos, thank you so much for that. So, andito si Miss Verish of Oxford. Congratulations. Kamusta ang ating pregnancy? Ayan, in-announce ko na uli, di ba? Yeah, okay, sige. So, I'll be sharing mine as well, di ba? Since our focus is all about leadership, maganda to kasi medyo fresh talaga to. Itong leadership lessons natin. Yan. So, dun sa mga nasa Facebook Live, kindly like and share naman dyan. Share to your groups para maraming ma-reach itong ating mga pinagsasabi. Kasi maganda to, no? These are fresh leadership lessons. So, recently, we've been placed in a situation wherein it demanded all of us a lot, not just a lot, but everything in us. Yan. I'm a planning guy. Hindi ako guy ni Chris. Chris, cramming girl, di ba? Mas na-energize siya kapag andyan na yung palapit na yung timeline. Ako, medyo long-term ako. Medyo planning guy ako. So, anyway, where we were in a situation wherein we were placed in such na were demanded a lot of us in a very short span of time. And ito yung mga lessons na natutunan ko, so I'll be sharing it with you. The first one, as leader, it's always your fault. Always, di ba? It's always your fault. The earlier na matanggap natin ito, the better. Please type, my fault. Yan, if you are with me. Sakit! Yan, it's always our fault. So, here's what happened. We were in place in a situation when I get a wind of what's going on. First to know, first to act. So may mga sub-lessons to. No? I want you to listen carefully. So first to know, first to act. I heard of the problem. I called the team. I called the team hat in hand. And I told them na, all right, ito yung sitwasyon natin. It's my fault. Okay? I did not, decisions were made, not by me, but I was there. Though some are good decisions, a lot were bad decisions, and they were made. But I didn't make it directly, but I was there and I allowed it. So as leader, I take ownership. It's my fault. Hence, we fix it. Because a problem cannot be solved if no one owns it. Kasi if we're gonna, I can spend my time pointing fingers, blaming others, and that's an indicator that you have a broken DNA. Pagka nagsisisihan, pagka nagtuturuan, then you know that something's wrong with the DNA of the organization. So there, I call the team hat in hand. This is a situation. Let's face facts, not sugarcoating things. Confront the brutal facts. Eto siya. Not hoping things will get better or watering it down. No, these are the facts. Etong sitwasyon. We face it. We own it. Now we fix it. Okay, I need your help. So that's the first thing. No, it's always our fault. So we fix it. And here's a sub-lesson na natutunan natin doon. Doon sa experience na to. Number one, the most important move you will make is always the next one. We can spend our time, whining, calling, it's unfair, I didn't do this. Or we can fix it. Kasi calling it unfair, blaming someone, whining and complaining about kasi ganito, kasi ganyan, kasi sila, doesn't solve the problem. So we might as well use that limited time and energy using it to strategize how to fix the current situation. So the most important move you will make is not what you did before, but what you're going to do now that you're in this situation. So that's what we did. How do we fix this? What's the best move given our current reality? And then the second, other leadership lesson, constraint catalyzes creativity. Man, and I've been doing this for so long, and I've been doing principles of scaling for 1 year already. Pero the past few months, yung learning ko sobrang lumipad because of this scenario. And that's the beauty of crisis. Crisis, never let a crisis go to waste. Because crisis expands. We learned a lot. We realized we can do things that we never thought we could do because of the challenge that we were facing. So constraint catalyzes creativity. The strongest steel always comes from the hottest fire. Always remember that. Yung pinakamatibay na bakal, galing yan sa pinakamainit na baga. So if you're a leader and you're experiencing a challenge that is asking everything from you, relish that. You don't want to be in that situation for sure if it was a stupid decision. But now that you're in that situation, you're in the crucible. Yan nga ang tawag natin dyan, the crucible. There's something, if you survive this, when you survive this, because you're part of CEOInsight Asia, we're here to help. Reach out. That's the point of the ecosystem. You don't have to do this alone. Hindi maintindihan ng mga staff natin yung pinagdadaanan natin. Only a fellow CEO can understand what we're going through. So reach out to your network. Ayan. Ito na pala yun. Yeah. So after this, when you survive this, you're a different person. You look the same outside, but inside you have a different engine running. Because this experience molded you. If you learn from it. Because if we don't own it, without ownership, we're not going to learn from it. Kasi hindi naman natin problema yun eh. Please type yes if you can relate. Yan, para alam naman natin na nandiyan. Yes! Ayan! Diba? Salamat. Hot na hot. Okay, sige. The strongest steel comes from the hottest fire. That's Richard Nixon, Eyewitness to Power, written by David Gergen. Yes talaga. Ayan. Salamat kay RJ Felix. Okay, so that's the first lesson. Okay. The second lesson is this. Here's the Einstein said, you cannot solve a problem at the same level of thinking at which it was created. You'll hear this from me from time to time, because this is why problems are catalysts of growth. Because it forces us to go to the next level of thinking. That's why it's very critical that when we're facing problems, sometimes because of our idiot decisions, sometimes because life happens, whatever the case may be, you're in for a growth spurt. So you want to maximize. Okay? So don't see problems as something that makes you uncomfortable. Sure, ganun yun. Makes you sleepless, diba? Makes you have sleepless nights. Sure, ganun yun, diba? But you can use it also as a catalyst for growth. Okay? Because it stretches our brains, and once it's being stretched, cannot go back the same way. Yan. So medyo nagdwell ako dun sa first lesson. Here's the second lesson. Yan. You are only as good as your team, and this is where I'm grateful for the people I'm surrounded. Discuss, shout out kay Chris, shout out kay Mel, shout out kay RD, sa Scassi Boys, kay Frank. These are the people that kay BK, yeah, these are the people who were with us during this season. Some get the full picture, some don't. That's fine. Pero yung help nila, grabe, and this is kami nila Mel, nila ko Sunday hanggang madaling araw nag-iwan ng voice messages, di ba? Because that's what the beauty of crisis is. It links people's arms stronger compared to when everything is smooth sailing. Dito natin malalaman kung sino talaga ang talagang mga taong maaasahan natin pag crisis na. And you want to be someone whom you want to be stranded with when you're in a crisis. So si Jim Collins, great by choice. Sabi niya rito, ay, ito na naman ako, maglilibro na naman ako. Magbasa kayo, di ba? Okay, so great by choice. Ay, blood ako eh. Sabi niya rito, in selecting teammates, choose whom you want to be stranded with. And I'll share something about this later. But here's the point. Look at your team, CEO. Are they the people that you can confidently say na pag ako na stranded, ito ang gusto kong kasama? And if not, well, what are you going to do about it? You know? And a lot of my client partners, lahat kami nasa sitwasyon. Kaya nakaka-relate sila rito. Alam nila kung anong sinasabi ko. Yan. So I value the team. Yan. And it's very important that you build your team before the crisis. Kasi crises reveal who we are. Not simply make who we are. No? It reveals what we're made of. It tests our mettle and the people around us. So it's better, bago pa dumating yung crisis, solid na yung team natin. Yes? Please type, yes talaga. Please type, yes talaga. If relate kayo sa akin, do sa ating mga viewers, dyan. Ayan, di ba? So mga nanonood, yan, sige. So, I'm not a TikTok guy, but may mga reels kasi sa Facebook. So I came across Magic Johnson. And you know Irvin Magic Johnson as a basketball player. And I saw a video of him when he was becoming a businessman. And it was so good. Si Fatima Blaze, yes! Yan, yes talaga, caps lock dapat para intense. Ayan. So si Irvin Magic Johnson had a video. I was so amazed at that video. I sent it to the group chat ng Circle Multipliers. You know, and some of you know Irvin Magic Johnson as the basketball player, the successful basketball player. Many of you don't know him as the successful businessman, and that's what I love about him. Kasi many basketball players, they go bankrupt after after playing basketball. May mga kakilala tayong ganon. But there are few who transition from becoming a basketball player to a successful businessman. He's one of them. And his net worth is actually $620 million. He's one of the richest basketball players or retired basketball players. Number one, of course, si Michael Jordan. Number two, si LeBron. Si LeBron is the only active player who's a billionaire. Matindi ang business acumen ni LeBron James. Okay, so I saw a clip of him. He was talking the first time how he became a businessman. And then sinabi sa kanya ng mentor niya, do you think you're the best basketball player? Sabi niya, yes. Then sabi ng mentor niya, then get the best lawyer, get the best finance manager, get the best people around you. And ito, sabi ko, I want to give justice dun sa sinabi. So, ika-copy paste ko na lang. Sabi nung mentor niya, he said, always run with the best. Let that sink in, CEOs. Always run with the best. Is your team, do you consider your team the best, the most capable, or they're there because they're the most available? You answer that. I'm not going to answer that for you. So here's what he did. He went home, sabi niya, I went home and fired everybody because I didn't have the right team in place to take me where I want to go. Right? That team that he had was the right team nung time na yon na nandun na gusto niyang sa sitwasyon niya. But where he wants to go, he saw this isn't the team that will take me there. So he built his team that is in line with what he's trying to accomplish. You as leaders, you have a dream. Now, look at your team. It takes a team to fulfill the dream. Do you have the right team? And sabi ko, man, sabog na ako rito kay Magic Johnson. I'm all good. Hindi ko natatapusin sana yung clip kasi humarap siya. So nung humarap siya, sabi ko, eto na, ito yung sinabi niya. All of you, dun sa mga audience, he was talking to the audience, all of you have to make those same choices. Do you have the right team in place to take you where you want to go? Please type aray if ikaw to. Ayan, di ba? Ayan. Para naman, paray. Sabi ni Jobs, paray. Ayan. Ouchie. This is us. You know, and I listen, in my in my executive advisory, I say this. You know, the people in our team, the people in our company, you know, the associates, the staff, whatever you call them, they are multipliers by default. Okay? By default. The question is, what are they going to multiply? Are they going to multiply your profit? Or are they going to multiply your cost? So, pili na lang kayo kung anong klaseng tao ang gusto nyong makasama. Diba? So, people by default in an organization are multipliers. Now, your inner circle, your team, are exponential multipliers, your trinity. And when I say team, hindi yung asawa mo, because we have couples here, di ba? May CEO couples tayo rito, may mga partners tayo rito. That's just one. You are considered one. So when I say team, your human capital, your finance, your operations, yan ang trinity mo. That's why I call trinity, three in unity. So, are they someone that you're confident? Uy, dumami bigla yung ano. Gusto nyo talaga na high blood ako. Tumatalon yung ano natin. yung viewers natin pag na high blood ako. Anyway, so you surround your team yung ano with the people that can take you to your dream. Yes, please type yes I. Yan, diba? Please type yes I if you're with me. So that's a second lesson. Yes, aray, diba? Yes, I, right? Ang gulo-gulo natin. So, na-miss niyo ako, no? All right, so here's the leadership lesson number 3. The team is who the leader is. This is why we need to get better as leaders. Because as CEOs, we need to get better so that what we multiply gets better. The team is not just an extension of who we are. They are multipliers of who we are. So if we see a lot of mess in our organization, kasalanan natin yun. Yun yung minumultiply natin, di ba? Yun ang labo eh, di ba? Hindi natin kukuha tayo ng most available, i-hire natin kung sino yung humihinga. O ikaw, pwede ka na, di ba? DNA, wala na yan, corny yan, corny. O, tapos pag-hire mo, tapos puro burilya, so aawayin natin, sisisihin natin. Di ba? Parang mali, di ba? I mean, the team is who the leader is. Ayan. So yung iba nawala na. Sa sermon na naman to. Okay, so there. So we need to get better because when we get better, we multiply. And when we multiply things. They become better. If we're not getting better, if we're okay na tayo sa, pa YouTube, pa pitas-pitas, di ba? Kung ano lang libre, ganyan. We're not gonna invest in ourselves. Come on, your most powerful investment is yourself. Kasi if you get better, if you're at top of your game, everybody's on top of their game. You're the leader. You're not on top of your game. You're not healthy. When it comes to healthy, your leadership skills, intellectual, your emotions, then that's what gets multiplied. So as CEOs, we need to get better. Here's the loop. No, great leadership attracts great team. Because A players don't want to play with B players. Why would I play with losers? Parang, gusto natin yung mga kalaro natin, mga mas magagaling sa atin. And the great team multiplies great leadership. So it's a loop. Ayan, sure, Dilin. Ayan, may mga nag-uusap na. Sa gala night daw, Ayan. Diba? So you multiply. So great leadership. Kaya mga sinasamahan natin, sila Frank, yan, di ba? Sila BK Rivera, di ba? Mga network ni Sir BK, napapakilala tayo sa kaibigan, sila Nani Rason, sir, tsaka sila Charles Goss, na nasa Sweden nga pala, sir. Di ba? Nasa Genesis, mga kaibigan natin yan. At saka sa bagong building nila. Yan ang mga sinasama, mga Steve C, mga Kim Lato, Juan Paulo Hilario, di ba? Mga Marvin Galang. So that's what we want to be because those people will bring us to their level. So, di ba? I mean, losers talk about people, diba? Great leaders or winners talk about ideas. Losers talk about people. Mali. Okay. Ayan, sige. So, I love this quote. You hear this from me. The strength of the pack is in the wolf. The strength of the wolf is in the pack. This is a team game. So, leadership is a team game. According to Phil Jackson, who has 11 rings and counting. Okay. So, with that, that's introduction pa lang yun, di ba? Ito na talaga ang sapakan. Okay. So my point is, leaders are the architect of the enterprise in such a manner that you get to choose who you invite in your organization, who to disinvite in your organization, what kind of behaviors ang aalaw natin, what kind of decisions, good or bad, ang iaalaw natin sa organizations natin. So we as leaders are architects of our organization. So with that, let's talk about being missional. We want to be missional as an organization. Okay, what does missional mean? Let's define muna para align tayo. Missional means you're building institutions for legacy, and legacy means something that you will be remembered for. So long game tayo. It's not simply beyond simply making money. If you want money-making machine, walang problema. Okay yon. You're a businessman. Build a lot, but you won't be happy here. This isn't for businessmen. These are for builders. They build institutions for legacy, meaning I'm building this so that I want to bless other people, the people who work with me, and then I'll transfer this to my children, and they will bless more people. My longevity. Okay, so we build companies like that. If you're building for quick buck, yung okay na sa atin yung mga, sabi nga nila, yung mga poodle sales, yung mga ganyan, basta magkapera, ayos na, or may bula-bulahin lang yung kliyente, tapos pagka nakuha na yung pera, hindi napapansinin, hindi dito yun, di ba? Sorry, but this is not for you. Diba? And I mean, we respect you. Diba? I don't know what hindi namin alam what's going through your head, but yeah, this isn't for you. So these are for builders. You build institutions for legacy beyond simply making money. Or we call it the Haudenosaunee mindset. Okay, Haudenosaunee is an Indian tribe, and they build for generations, meaning their decisions, the way they think, the way they build, kaya ang Haudenosaunee means it's a house, okay, building a house. It means that whatever decisions we make, we should reflect on how it will impact the 7th generation. Ganon sila mag-isip. Bigat ba? Please, pakisabing, ouch! If you are still with me, ayan. Namiss niyo ba ako? Namiss ko kayo eh. Sapakan ito. Please chat. Ayan, isa kang Haudenosaunee. Ayan. Sige. So there. Now here, if you want to build for legacy, diba, you need to have a strong purpose and values, or in our parlance, a DNA. Okay? A DNA that is you. Okay? Hindi siya pwedeng copy-paste. Kasi pag copy-paste yan, diba kahit naman sa school, pag nangopya ka, hindi naman tama yun. Kasi hindi mo pa rin na-gets yung principle behind that. So anything that, kasi magaling yung Google, kopyahin natin yung Google. O yung it doesn't work like chop suey. Because you are copying someone else's DNA. It's not you. You don't know. We don't know what's behind that. So we need to understand what our DNA is. Right? We're actually doing more harm than good when we're copying something. We don't understand the rationale behind it. Okay? So here's what we learned. To start, you must design a strong business model. That's very important. Kailangan marunong tayong kumita ng pera. Okay? But to scale, you must design a strong DNA. Because if you're gonna build for the long term, you need to attract a strong DNA unifies the organization. That's why you can grow. Because there's a central idea that connects everything. It's unified. You attract the right people, you repel the wrong people. And when I say wrong people, hindi ibig sabihin ng incompetent, pasaway, palpak. Ibig sabihin lang nun, they don't match. They're not the right team for the company you're trying to build. They might be the right people for others. Kaya nga kailangan yung DNA natin atin. So that we attract the people we like. If we copy-paste sa DNA, then we will attract people who has that DNA, but hindi naman natin DNA yon. So, ang mangyayari, we get frustrated. Make sense? Please type, make sense. Pagka you can connect, you can relate with me. Ayan, make sense. Please don't do it yourself DNA. Please don't. Diba? We'll find, talk to me or talk to someone how to come up with that one. Hindi yung nakukuha ng isang POS, hindi yung nakukuha ng isang upuan. It's something that you build, diba? And then, stop, diba? Maggastos nga tayo sa maling tao eh. Gastos na rin tayo para sa atin. Ako, ay, ganda naman ako. Anyway, makes sense. Okay, thank you. Ayan, si Geneva. Ayan, ika fourth. And it applies. If you want to grow big, go small. Later, you'll hear something about that sa akin. Kasi if you can't replicate your DNA into something small, good luck replicating a big company. Diba? Hindi nga natin ma-replicate yung maliit eh. Hindi nga natin ma-replicate yung Trinity natin. Mag-iisip pa tayo, ano kaya yung next venture ko? O kaya ano kaya yung next company ko? Diba? So you want to grow big, go small, and unify yourself with a DNA. So why does it matter? Why does being missional matter? 3 things. Number 1, if you're not missional, here's the thing, no? Here's what I've observed. If a company is not missional, it tends to be product-centric. And that's okay. The problem with product-centric companies, they don't have business elasticity. Okay? Missional companies are creative. They have business elasticity. Product-centric companies, however, have limited because they have shelf life. Napapanis ang product eh. Hindi forever winning ang product. I mean, who would have thought na, this is a statement, who knows if we will still need cars in the next 50 years? Sounds insane right now, but take note, diba? Computers, back in the 1950s, isang buong kwarto. Ngayon, computers, yung laki ng, diba? Phone, diba? So, you get what I'm saying? They have a limited shelf life. What happened with Nokia? Product-centric eh, diba? You didn't look at the purpose. The phone, di ba? From yung diniikot. Alam ko, inabot niyo, wag kayong Mel, inabot yung diikot na telepono. Di ba? Yung TV na dipindot ganun. Inabot niyo yan, wag kayong Diba? Who would have thought na yung TV na ganun, nasa kamay na natin. Calculators and all, di ba? So, my point is, they have a shelf life. So, it's limited. However, if you are, you're missional, you have a DNA, strong purpose, and benta sa akin yan. Okay. You have a DNA, a strong purpose, and a values, you tend to be elastic. Let me share some case studies. No? So gusto natin to. Walt Disney bring happiness to millions. That's their ethos. That's their culture. That's their purpose. Okay. Their statement is to inspire, educate, and whatever. Pero ang ethos is all about bringing happiness to millions. Sabi ni Walt Disney yan. So with that, alam naman natin ginawa ni Walt Disney. Hindi lang cartoons. They're known for cartoons. They're known for theme parks. But they have a lot of other brands. Diba? Disneyland Hong Kong, nasa 2023, ay December nandiyan kami kasi birthday ni Johan. Diba? Doon kami magse-celebrate. 7th birthday ng anak ko. My goodness, 7 years old na anak ko. Diba? Yan. So Disneyland, theme parks, they have Disney Plus. That makes people happy. Diba? Panlaban sa Netflix yan. Marvel, they acquired Marvel. Pixar, Star Wars, ESPN Sports. They're not limited to cartoons because they look at it from making people happy. So there, masyadong foreign. Let's go local. Lay-Bear. Lay-Bear is the waxing salon. For those mga client partner natin, please go to your Lay-Bear, di ba? Yan. So unlocking the inner confidence of people, yan ang mission natin sa Lay-Bear. And it's not limited to waxing. Okay, so when we were still at part of Lay-Bear, we have franchising. So unlock the confidence of people. Yan, franchising, supplies, di ba? May silk, may Lay-Bear Plus, may Passion Nails. We were in conversation back then around 2018, 2019 about acquiring a spa, hotel, mga ganyan. We were in conversation about starting for men, grooming for men. Hindi pandemic hit. But my point is, hindi limited sa waxing because Lay-Bear is not a waxing salon, period. It's all about unlocking inner confidence of people. So that's the power of being missional. You get to be creative. You get to be elastic. One more case study as we move on. A MSS Business Solution, mentor Myron Santa Ana, the entertainment guru. Yan, if you want team building, leadership development, go to this guy. Okay, so he will talagang papasayawin ganyan, TikTok. Wala tayong ganyan. Wala tayong ganyan eh. So siya, meron siya niya. Anyway, the height of pandemic, face-to-face ang business niya, training and development eh. Tapos nagkaroon, 2020 pack, lockdown lahat. And he was striving. No, nag-grow siya. So sabi ko, I wanted to interview him. So I interviewed him. Shout out mentor. Yan. I interviewed him. Sabi ko, what made you pivot? So sabi niya, kasi when I look at my business, sabi namin, I'm a business solutions. I'm not a training company. So ngayon, kung I'm about business solutions, ano bang problema ng mga negosyo ngayon? Remember, height of pandemic to first second week of lockdown. Diba? So parang no one knows what will happen. Hindi namin alam ko mag-extend yon, but we don't know. So he said, ang problema ngayon is unang-una PPE, protection. So I started selling PPE to companies. So sabi ko, paano mo nakuha yung mga customer na yun? Training ka, tapos PPE. Sabi niya, hindi kasi yung kausap ko, pag nag-training ako, mga HR, sila rin ang bumibili, mga HR na admin. So sabi ko, may PPE ako, sa akin na lang kayo bumili. So we was able to sell PPEs via that connection, no? Diba? Retention of customer, diba? Make customers stay, sell more. Okay. So ano pa ba? Nagkaroon ng problema noon, may problem sa traffic. So walang masakyan. So nag-shuttle service siya. Kasi yun yung problema noon eh. So my point is, if you are missional, you're very elastic. you can do different ventures. So that's one thing. All right? Next, resilient ang mga missional because they have engagement and extension. People are excited about the purpose of the company. That's why people, they stay up late because they're excited eh. Hindi naman pera kasi. You can't pay people to care. But if they're connected to the purpose of the company, they're excited. You don't need to motivate them. They're self-motivated. You don't need to, binabayaran kita, maging passionate ka. You know? When people understand what you're trying to do, and they're the right people, and they match, diba? They are self-motivated. Okay? And what else? They have extension. So you, for example, Walt Disney, may cruise pa sila. So you knock out ESPN, buhay pang Walt Disney Company. May Disney Plus, may Marvel. You knock out one, buhay pa rin. Bakit? Because they have different, because of their business elasticity. Yeah. Please type yes if you can still relate para alam kong nandiyan pa kayo. Last, profitability. If you are missional, you're much more profitable because missional companies make money now and in the next 50 years. Yan. That's why I'm all about being missional. Kasi it's all about profitability. So, let me put, I had this conversation this week, no? We did some math. So, magmamat muna tayo. I hope mahilig kayo sa math. Hindi ako mahilig pero kailangan natin to. Pag CEO ka, dapat marunong ka magbilang. Let's talk about why why missional companies are profitable because they attract the right people. There's a mission, you attract the right people. May filter ka na eh. Mafi-filter mo na kung sino yung tamang tao kasi may DNA ka eh. Diba? And then you can say no to wrong people. You're not good, you're not fit here. Diba? So I think you'll be better in the other company. So you attract the right people, and when you have the right people, nothing else matters. No one can stop you. If you don't have a DNA, you tend to hire the wrong people. And when you have the wrong people, no one can help you. That's basic key. So you attract the right people. Second, you're focused in retention. Kasi long-term game tayo. Hindi tayo mambubudol, hindi tayo manggo-ghost pag nakuha na natin yung pera sa mga kliyente natin, or bahala na sila, o nakuha ko na eh. Diba? Kung gaano tayo ka-eager, kung gaano tayo ligawan, diba? Nung bebentahan tayo, nung nabentahan na tayo, hindi na tayo kilala, yung mga ganon. Hindi ka manggaganon kasi long game eh. Retention tayo. And remember, being in company, did a study, 5% retention of customers is 95% profitability. So that's why missional companies are much more profitable. Last but not the least, there's sense of continuation. Because the longer your company is alive, the more profit you make. So let's do the math. Ayan, ROI calculator tayo. So investment over net profit. So for example, I have a 1 million investment and ang target ko mag-return on investment is 1 year. So how do you compute it? Pabibilisin na lang natin 1 million divided by 12. Kasi 12 months, di ba? So 83,000. Ibig sabihin, dapat every month 83,000 ang net profit ng business mo para mag-ROI ka ng 1 year. So balikan nyo na lang to pag sobrang bigat na. Balikan nyo na lang to, panoorin nyo ulit, okay? So ibig sabihin, in 83,000 net profit. Now, after 1 year, titigil na ba tayo? ROI na ako, tigil na. Hindi. Diba? So ibig sabihin, yung mga succeeding years nun, tawag doon cash grab. Diba? Free money. Ibig sabihin, bonus na yon, profit na yon. And the longer you are alive, the more profit you make. Yes, please type yes, I. Pag nandiyan pa kayo. Ayan. Yan. Salamat kila Fra. Si Sir BK nandito. Yan. Sige. Okay. I didn't ask for permission, so I'm not gonna mention the company. Pero ito, isang naging client partner natin yan. So, they're into the franchise business. Yan. So, ang nila is 6 million. Okay. 6 million for 6 years. So, that's 1 million a year. Sobrang galing ng isa, estudyante to, babae pa. Nag-ROI 1 year. Promise, ang galing. Galing na ito, estudyante. So, nag-ROI siya ng 1 year kasi nagneneto siya ng 500,000. Net, 500,000 ang net profit niya. Nag-ROI siya ng 1 year. So, may 5 years pa siya. So, yung 5 years and assuming ang forecast is consistent to. Pwedeng tumaas yan, pwede bumaba. But the point is, let's say, bawi niya na yung investment niya. So, let's say 500,000 lang, consistent. Okay? That's 30 million or 400% profit in 6 years. Yeah. Because yung duration, after 5 years, we renew siya. Or you can use that money to get a new business, start a new business, and so on and so forth. So there. Okay, that's why being missional matters. Because the longer you're alive, the more profit you make. Okay. So please type yes, I. Pag nasa akin pa kayo, dito pa ba kayo? Habol pa. Ayan. Panoorin nyo na lang uli. Ayan, thanks. Okay. So getting practical na tayo. I still have what? How many minutes? I still have 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So let's get practical. Okay. How do leaders architect a missional culture? How do you turn your company, not turn, but how do you build it into embodying a culture that is missional? Okay. So 3 things. Starts with letter P. Alliteration to. Diba? Yan yung word natin says. Alliteration. Okay. So number 1, personify. Ito na naman tayo. It has to be our DNA. Hindi sa copy-paste. My goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Diba? It should be us. So we personify the DNA. Hindi natin pwedeng kopyahin yung idol ni BK kasi siya yun eh. Hindi natin pwedeng kopyahin yung yung tie ni TIE ni The Mercs kasi siya yun eh. Hindi natin pwedeng kopyahin yung Arise ni Comizen kasi siya yun eh. So what is your DNA? You have to personify it. And here's the thing, the funny thing here. We did this workshop, I've been announcing it for kasi I've had a lot of messages, more than 10. Mga silent readers to. Shout out sa mga silent readers. Wow, may nagbabasa pala, di ba? Message, I talk about DNA, hindi ko maintindihan. So I want to invite you as my executive advisor. Sure. Diba? Parang ganon. You know how many yung nag-sign up? 2. Para ito principle talaga. Sa 10, 2. 20%. Diba? Yung iba, parang, ewan ko parang birthday ata pa pam-pam. Message. After POF message, Sir Pa, kindly, can you help me with my business? Pag nireplyan ko, scene na. Parang, okay. Huwag na kayo mag-message kung hindi nyo naman sagutin, kindness. Diba? Birthday nyo ba? Pansin. Diba? Ganun. So, my point is, diba? Pareto principle. We did this workshop. So, si Mercado P, si Felix nandyan, tsaka si Jobs, no? So, it was on Wednesday. We talk about purpose and progress medicine. So, tingnan nyo na lang si Jobs. Ayan, long press, long press. Yung mga naglo-long press sa akin dyan, alam ko na yan, basang-basa ko na yung mga galaw na yan. Ginagawa ko na rin yan. So si Jobs, ayan, di ba? So makikulo, hindi nakatin ng multiplier mastermind the following day. Ayan. So personify, you have to build your own DNA. Di ba? Yeah, it has to be you. So we're gonna do this. If you're interested, again, just gonna message na lang ako. Diba? Okay. Next, program it. Okay. Put it in calendar. Paano mo malalaman priority ang isang bagay? Cash, calendar, conversation. Anong pinagagastusan? So I listen to what people say. I believe what they do. Diba? I want to have your executive advisor. I need your help. I want to join CEOInsight Asia. Oh, sure. Pagka hininga mo na, wala. Diba? So I don't believe. So cash, anong ginagastusan? Calendar, anong nasa meeting? Conversation. Ano yung laging pinag-uusapan? So program it into your organization. This is where DNA Monday comes in. This is where Circle comes in. This is where technical leadership comes in. This is where management classes comes in. Again, hindi siya copy-paste. It has to be your DNA. And last but not the least, measure it. Okay? May measurement of performance. What gets measured gets done. You cannot improve what you don't measure. And generally speaking, whatever you measure improves. So that's the loop. Personify, put it in calendar, put it in the organization, measure the performance, it will reinforce who you are as a person. Yan! Diba? Okay. Woo! 5 minutes ako. In closing. Ito tayo. We're all about being missional. Now, we want to build institutions for legacy beyond simply making money. And yesterday, we were in a multiplier mastermind. So, yung mga circle multipliers natin. If you want to become a member of a CEOInsight Asia, it's 15,000 for 1 year. You get access to CEOs. Your entire company, by the way, gets access. Hindi lang yung isang tao. So kung 100 kayo na kumpanya, gusto mo mag-join sa CEOInsight Asia, 15,000 lang. Siguro, kung wala kang 15,000, hindi ko na alam. Diba? Okay, bibigyan kita. Ayan, diba? Sige. Okay, so we talk about principles of scaling. Mag-1 year na tayo sa November. O, diba? 1 year ko nang ginagawa ito. Kami nila BK, nila Coach Ron, mga guest faculty natin. We have circles. We have Summit na very excited ako sa Gala Night. Magpapapicture ako kay Coach Ron. Kaya hype na hype ako dahil sa talk ni Coach Ron kahapon. Thank you, Coach Ron. Ayan. Then we have review. Walang sinabi si Willie dito. 5K lang si Billy sa akin, 15K. Ayan, so we do review. What else? We do build the business. We do executive education. We do books. Ayan, si Frank of the Merch and si UG of Self-Made. Follow, natin, kasama si Chris. We do books. And then we do workshops. We all do this. Hindi yan bara-bara lang, copy-paste. It's all about infusing ideas that build lasting companies. Yan yung unifying factor bakit namin nagagawa ito. And that is the reason why you need to have DNA also, a strong DNA. Because shared DNA, shared principles and perspectives serve as lubricant of interactions, hence minimizing friction between two parts. Mas bumibilis ang engagement at interaction pagka sa kadugo mo yung kausap mo. Mabilis ang execution. Mabilis. Wala nang, parang basketball to si Michael Jordan yung pinasa mo sa kanya, hindi ka na, bababa ka na kagad. Kasi shoot na yun eh. Executed na yun eh. That is if you share the DNA. Yes, please type yes if you're with me as I close. Nagkakaamo yan. Tama, di ba? Iisa amoy, iisa bituka, iisa dugo. So, with that, this is my closing quote, and I'll give the floor back to Love. No, for legacy builders, two things matter. Success matters. Continuity of success matters. So with that, thank you so much. I missed you all. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Love, floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Sir Fa. Ayun, hindi ko na take note yung isa, no? Pero okay lang. Anyway, thank you so much, Sir Fa, for this. Ayun, thank you, Sir Fa.
Screenshot nyo na.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, so this time po, let's have our insight sharer to close our session also. I believe it will be Sir Frank. Tama ba ako, Sir Frank?
Direct, ikaw na.
Yeah. Balik sa default. So, for me, sir, three things. Una, ayun. Actually, right now, yun nga, in times of crisis talaga, we're reminded again na crisis does not create character, it reveals them. So, kumbaga, dun ang dami kasing magsasabi sa'yo or sasama sa'yo saying na pag mga ganitong sitwasyon, oh, sir, kaya natin yan, sasama kita, blah, blah, blah. But, yun, kumbaga, hindi mo pa talaga masasabi kapag hindi pa nangyayari. So, ayan. Crisis reveals character. Pangalawa, leadership, the importance of leadership. Yun nga. I was having a conversation actually nung isang araw lang kay VK, kay Idol. And, yun nga, reminded again ako about sa AAA, alignment, agreement, and accountability. So, sobrang importante nun. And, yun, kung may kahit isa lang doon na magkulang, talagang babagsak na. And the importance of shared DNA. Yun kumbaga, mas mabilis talaga yung mga bagay-bagay once na alam mo, yun, like what Sir Pa said, kadugo mo. Wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa. Kahit nga, hindi mo pa naisip yung solusyon, naisip na nila. Kasi nga parehas kayo ng isip, parehas kayo ng dugo. And then lastly yun, the importance of profitability. Ayun, kumbaga napakadami sa amin right now. I'm sure, lalo sa e-com industry, yung natamaan nito. Kasi we usually focus on sales. We usually focus on data na nakaka-hype, nakakapagbigay ng magandang feeling, which is no problem naman. But ultimately kasi, we need to look at profitability and sustainability. And to do that, we need to follow this principle. You know, alam natin, kumbaga, there's a chance na magiging mabagal na, kumbaga, it might take you 5 to 10 years. But that's the game Ano bang gusto natin, di ba? Do we want one time? Do we want fast? Or do we want sustainable na kahit sabihin mong 60 ka na, kaya mo nang magpunta kung saan mo gusto kasi nga, you practiced it and you made it sustainable for years and years and years. So that's something na, kumbaga, na-realize na naman right now. So for me, sir, yun lang. Yun lang sa akin. Thank you.
Thank you, Direk. Powerful.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much po, Sir Frank. Pang insights right up now. Please take note. Anyway, that would be all for our POS today, everyone. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Dahil pag-uusapan natin ang pagiging operator. So see you next week. Enjoy your circle meetings as well. That's it for now. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you, Sir
everyone.
Frank.
Thank you so much. Thank you.